Hello there people, this tutorial is just to show basic math operations without using variables as per request. So I will just go ahead and start right off the bat here. And I'm not going to use the J option pane this time just to make things a bit quicker. I'm just going to use the system, the standard output, which is the system.out.print. So let's go ahead and we can just pick any random numbers, and I'm going to plug them in to various operations. So we're going to go ahead and do system.out.print line, and let's go ahead and let's start with 2 plus 2, very simple. So if I run this program here, it's obvious it's going to print a 4. There you go, right here, 4. We can add any two numbers. 4 plus 4, I mean, it's quite, so 4 plus 4, it's quite simple, gives you 8. So this is addition. Let's go ahead and let's try, let me just copy and paste that up there. Let's try 4 times 4, which is going to give us, so 4 times 4 gives us 16. And you can, once again, multiply any two numbers. So let's do 20 times 5. Should be 100. Give it a try. 100. There you go. Alright, let's move on to subtraction, which is same as addition basically, except you're subtracting two numbers. So let's get a 4 minus 4 going here, which will give us 0 right here. 0. And finally, let's try division. Let's do 10 divided by 5, which should give us 2. Great, 2. Okay. Now this is basic math calculations without using variables. So I did plug in the numbers directly instead of the variables. The only difference between using variables and numbers is that you assign the specific value to the variable. I just wanted to just clarify that. So if I do int a equals 4, and then here I put a plus 4, it's going to give me the same thing. It's going to give me an 8, because a has been assigned the value of 4. This is the assigning operator. This plus sign, this equal sign here, sorry. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, when we run that, it gives us a 8 here. Okay. So enough of that, no variables, like I said in this one, so let's get rid of this. I just want to clarify something. Okay. Something important to keep in mind is floating point numbers. Floating point numbers are basically, you can say decimals, like 5.0. That's not really, 7.2. 5.0 is a floating point number, however, but 7.2 is a floating point number. Now, for example, if I want to divide a specific number, this comes in handy for dividing and multiplying. For example, let's say I want to divide 7 divided by 2. Let's get rid of this here. This is not important. So divide 7 by 5. Let's leave the 5 there. And then I can go ahead and divide this. Let's see. Let me just run this really quick. So, see, it gives me a 5. But obviously 7 divided by 5 is not 1. 7 divided by 5 is actually 1.4. But what it gives me the, just the first part of the number here, basically. So for example, if I do 2 divided by 5, it's going to give me 0. However, 2 divided by 5 is actually 0.4. So it's very important to keep this in mind if you're doing math operations in Java and you need the floating point value, which is with the decimal. Make sure you add a 0.0 in there. So that's very important. let's take a look at another number here. Let's take a look at a 23.0 divided by 5. Let's do it regular first. So it gives me 4, but in reality it is 4.6. So it gives me just the first value here. It doesn't take the decimal point into consideration. It doesn't round up based on the decimal point. It always just takes the lower value, which is the before the decimal here. So I mean, that's about it for doing basic math operations on numbers without variables. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you for watching.